Hi everyone, Renee here, and this is going to be a reading where we're taking a look at the end of this month. We're taking a look at the end of July 2022, roughly the last week of July this year. Which card do you feel drawn to right now? Is it card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Once you've made up your mind, look below at those timestamps, fast forward to your reading, and as always, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great week. Hi Group 1, if you chose the first card, this is your reading. So your first card is Anemone Windflower with a message of anticipation. I felt like an arrow pulled back and ready to be launched into something big. A quote by A.B. Shepherd. So anticipation is your first oracle card there. Let's get into the tarot, and then at the end I'm going to draw some more oracle cards. But I want to see what we get specifically for you, Group 1, for the last week of July. And I am using Dame Darcy's Mermaid Tarot, one of my favorite indie decks. So there's something you're anticipating this week. Maybe you're anticipating August. Maybe there's something happening in August. But we're going to take a look at the last week of July. So we have the Magician, the first card. What a great card to start off with. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the King of Swords for you, Group 1. So the Magician is all about having what it takes. He or she has all of the elements at his or her disposal. The coin, the cup, the sword, and the wand, right? So this week you're utilizing all the tools that you've accumulated over time, or all of the abilities that you've learned or mastered. So let's see what that is in regards to. Starting something new, looking further into the future in regards to your money or finances. So we have financial planning for you. Career planning, financial planning this last week of July. There's some changes that are being made. And you're trying to solve some problems, or at least alleviate some worries you might have about the further future when it comes to finances. You want to make sure you're financially secure for the further future. You're making these choices. You're doing these things this week. Three of Cups, there could be some type of celebrating happening, or just hanging out with your close friends. Wow, someone is off or preparing to start off on a new journey. This could be you. I mean, we have movement with the Eight of Cups, at least in my opinion. In my readings, it's leaving something behind that no longer serves you. Six of Coins for me can literally mean travel or moving or movement, and the world is a new beginning. Maybe you're leaving behind a career, or maybe you're about to start this new career. And you're leaving behind whatever it is you've been doing for the last however many months or years. You're leaving this behind. You're celebrating a new future here, which may be taking place in August. So this might be your last week of something, Group 1. I feel that for a lot of you, it's your last week as a student. For a lot of you, it's your last week as an apprentice. For some of you, it's your last week unemployed, and you're finding this new job. You are starting a new career in August. So this week, you're just kind of hanging out with friends. You're excited. You're planning for the future. Now, the Six of Cups tells us this King of Swords. I mean, it could be you. Usually it's a male, but not always. It's usually, for me, it's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but not always. This could be someone coming in from your past. I feel that this is not a person coming in from your past. For most of you, for some of you, it could be someone coming in from your past. Someone you haven't seen or talked to in a while. But I feel for most of you, you're returning to something that you used to do when you were younger, or something you wanted to be when you were younger. Let's say you've worked in a factory all these years, and when you were young, you wanted to be, I don't know, a nurse or a teacher. And here you are, you're starting that new thing, but in a sense, it's returning to something you used to do, you used to love. And you're afraid. It's been challenging. You had to learn something brand new, but you've done it. You've done it, Group 1. And for you, I don't know if the king was that, doesn't really matter, but for you, it's a big deal, and it's something to do with your career. Higher learning, a new job, some major shift or change in the area of work, school, business, or career. Let's draw a few more tarot cards. Yeah, you're doing something the tried and true way, the old way. You either went back to school, or you apprenticed, or you did something the standard way in order to do the thing you maybe have always wanted to do. I hope this makes sense. Please let me know in the comments. Let's do a few more tarot cards. 9 of Swords. You were anxious about it. You were worried. The 10 of Swords, I mean, it looks really bad, but in your case, I feel like this is the end before this new beginning. You were just overburdened, overworked, maybe even underpaid at your old job or in your old career. And that's kind of what propelled this change for you. So there's a big shift happening for you, Group 1. And I feel anticipation is probably the major key word here. It's a change you've been anticipating for quite a while. And your hard work and diligence is what has made this happen. Now let's draw you another oracle card from my handmade deck here. Let's see what else I can tell you. And we're going to take this one off the top. And it is astrology. So pay attention to astrology this last week of July, or for some of you, maybe astrology is involved in your new business or your new career, or your zodiac sign, or the placements of certain signs in your chart. But pay attention to the astrology this week going into August. And we're going to take a look at a message from a spirit animal of yours right now. So let's see what we get with this deck. So we have your flower as an anemone with anticipation. And spirit animal we have for you, tortoise. You're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. Do whatever it takes to get grounded also. Slow and steady wins the race. Also, you've been anticipating this slow-moving change for quite a while, Group 1. Right? Quite a while. Reminds me of the story, the tortoise and the hare, the turtle and the bunny, however you want to call it, where the tortoise ends up winning the race. Something that reminds us of the importance of taking our time and doing things the right way, and knowing that everything kind of works out how it's supposed to. So you've been doing what you've been doing for however long for a reason. Maybe it's prepared you for this. Maybe if you would have tried to do this first, it wouldn't have worked out. Maybe you weren't mature enough. Maybe you weren't grounded enough to learn this, to pass the courses, or to be the apprentice in this area. You weren't ready, something wasn't ready, but now it's time for the new beginning. And I'm really excited for you, Group 1. It looks really good. We're going to just do one more thing here. Pull you a couple little words of wisdom for the last week of July and see what we get. So we have present, we have heart, perfect, and will. Present, heart, perfect, and will. Be present. Follow your heart. Nothing is perfect, but your life is as perfect as it should be, or it's going to be as perfect as it should be. Perfect for you. And then willpower. You can do it. I can do it. Focus on your own willpower. All right. I hope this helps you, Group 1. Let me know in the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose the second card, this is your reading. So your first card is Bellflower. Campanula, gratitude. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow by Melody Beatty. So your first message is that of gratitude, with the bellflower being a great symbolic flower for you this week, Group 2. So we're going to do some more oracle cards, and we're going to do some words of wisdom, but I want to get into the tarot first and get some specifics for you, Group 2. So let's see what the week has in store for you. Wheel of Fortune, great card to start out with. We have the Moon, the Three of Swords, High Priestess, and Temperance. Interesting. You have 4 major arcana here with the Three of Swords in the middle, so I kind of feel drawn to look at them that way. Definitely what I'm getting here, yeah, there is strength, and whatever you've been going through, it's been awful, Group 2. It's been absolutely testing you to your utmost, right? But on top of that, we have the Strength card. You have the strength to keep going, Group 2. If you keep going, good things are coming. The karmic wheel is going to be turning in your favor. If you keep going, wonderful things will be revealed to you. Things you can't even imagine. Wonderful things you haven't even thought of. If you keep going and you trust your intuition, that's only going to help you. And if you keep going, and if you do things in moderation, and you check yourself when you start to talk to yourself in a negative or pessimistic manner, or you start to imagine worst case scenarios, if you stop doing that, and if you balance out a little bit, good things are coming, Group 2. So let me draw some more cards. Wow, very strong, straightforward messages for you. With the first being that of gratitude, being grateful for every little thing, every little good thing in your life. Because it is going to get better. You're going to heal from this, okay? And we have the Sun, of course we do. Bliss, joy, happiness, family, the Knight of Wands, taking action. The Queen of Wands, you could very well be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire sun sign, moon sign. But the energy of the Queen of Wands is the one that's standing out for your reading. She is happy. She's personable. She's joyful. She's very active and motivated and very creative. She loves people. She loves parties. She can behave like the Knight of Wands, going into things with full force, right? And the Ace of Wands. Oh my goodness, Group 2. Let me just put it this way. If you're starting your own business, or if you're starting a new creative project, if you're going back to something artsy-fartsy that you used to do, if you want to make your hobby into a business, now is the time. Because this, let's see, we'll see. I'll draw a few more cards, but I don't know if this reading can get any more positive for you. I don't know if it can. Where you're going to know exactly what you have to be grateful for. King of Coins, the Magician, and the Nine of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, group 2. I have not seen a reading this positive in a very, very long time. But it's deserving. You're deserving of this because you're coming from this pain, this grief, this absolute heartache is what you're coming out of here. And as we move into August, as you navigate through this last week of July and you move into August, we have possible romance coming in for the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles. This is an earth sign usually, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And again, the Queen of Wands is a fire sign. You could be one or the other. We have mastery of something for you, whether it's an art project, a business, a skill that you've mastered. And what does this look like to you? It's a treasure chest. The Nine of Coins is a big money card. It's comfort. It's financial security. That's what you're moving into. That is what you're moving into. Now I'm just going to ask about anything you need to be warned about this week, in particular, anything. Let's see, anything to be warned about. All right, we have Queen of Coins. What about the Queen of Coins? Let's just put it down here. Nine of Swords, worry, worry, worry. So what I'm getting here is be leery of someone, perhaps a female, perhaps an earth sign, but she would be someone who's connected to the earth. Beware of someone who is being pessimistic, who is being a drama queen, okay? You want to steer clear of this person, okay? But that's the only warning, really. And this could be an aspect of yourself. Steer clear of that negative thinking, that anxiety, that worry. You're moving out of that into positivity, the sun, new beginnings, Wheel of Fortune. You're moving into the Nine of Coins, the Magician energy, the mastery, the Ace of Wands, the new beginning, the confidence of the Queen of Wands, okay? You're moving into this energy. So it's time to let go of this old Three of Swords, Nine of Swords energy. The worries will be behind you. So let's see what else I can get with this Oracle card deck here, which is one I handmade, and it's kind of big, so it's hard to shuffle. But we're going to take this one on top. And you have, look at this, fairy tale. Fairy tale, fairyland energy. It's magical energy. If you're into fairy lore or fairy energy, that's the energy that's coming in. The fairies are bringing you blessings. It's as simple as that. The fairies are bringing you blessings. We're going to see what type of spirit animal energy is with you right now and what that message would be. Okay, so for you, we have Weasel. Be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. Group 2, you've worked hard, you've suffered greatly, and keep doing what you're doing as you move towards optimism and hope and great changes. And at some point, some moments maybe, you'll be able to just sit back and observe at this wonderful future unfolding for you. And that's kind of what's coming through with the message from the Weasel. Be silent, pay attention, observe what's happening inside you and all around you. Let's draw a few words of wisdom to wrap up your fantastic reading. I love it. So we do have romance coming in. So maybe part of this pain was heartbreak, a breakup. We have the word encourage. We have the word harvest, reaping what you've sown. And we have the word meditate. Romance, encourage, harvest, and meditate, group 2. I love this for you. I hope this makes sense, and I hope you have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. Let's see what your first card is for this last week of July 2022. You got the beautiful Hyacinth. Playfulness is your message. Play is the royal road to childhood happiness and adult brilliance by Joseph Chilton here. Playfulness is your first message. We're going to get into the tarot next. And then I'm going to draw some extra oracle cards at the end. But let's see what we can get for you specifically for this last week of July, Group 3. We have Page of Swords, Five of Cups, Hanged Man, King of Wands, and Four of Swords. Okay. Now, it's not going to be the easiest week for you, Group 3. It's not going to be the easiest week for you. Let's see what is going on here. Something about work for you is going to be disappointing at the very beginning of the week, probably around the 25th, 26th, 27th. There's communication coming in about your work, but you're pulling it all together. It's something that maybe someone on your team didn't do properly or do correctly. It has to be redone. You're kind of bending over backwards to get it all done. But you do it. You pull it all together. You're very innovative, very creative. You do get it done. Try not to stress out too much, okay? You are finishing it. You're getting it done. And there are happy superiors and co-workers is what I'm hearing. King of Wands could be you. You could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's see what's happening there. You're definitely contemplating. I feel like this is representing you. Doesn't matter if you're a fire sign or a male. It's the innovative king. He's the entrepreneur. You're leaving something behind. You want to start your own thing. This is similar to Group 1's reading. You might want to take a look at that as well, because you're leaving something behind. You're just not making the people around you happy, and vice versa. They're not making you happy. You're not making them happy. What you've been doing for work perhaps has not been a very good fit. Maybe you just need to talk to someone about extra things that they've been expecting you to do that might not be part of your job description. Okay, it's just, it hasn't been working. You're working too hard. You're not making what you're worth. And you're seriously thinking about leaving this behind and starting your own business, starting your own firm, your own medical practice, or something creative, whatever this is, your own restaurant. Maybe you are managing a restaurant, you want to start your own. You've been thinking about that, and it looks like it's something you should seriously consider, but sleep on it is your message. You have the ability to do this. You have the skills, the knowledge, the talent. You have all the tools. You are great at what you do, and you have the ability to start your own thing, but it's not something you want to jump into right away. Think on it. Maybe plan on it. Let me see what else I get for you with the tarot. Okay, we have Six of Wands, the promise of victory, and the Knight of Wands. So, you know, the King of Wands to the Knight of Wands, that could be him taking action here. The Six of Wands is all about being revered, being a leader, as is the Magician, as is the Ace of Wands. I mean, you are destined for leadership. Whatever it is you're doing for your work, you're destined for leadership. And I think maybe this week you're kind of realizing that you're destined for leadership. And you might not get to that point where you are or doing what you're doing right now. So you might have to shift something. Sleep on it, do research, think about how you want your life to look in 5, 10, 15 years, and start planning. Because it's not going to be an easy week here. Your work is disappointing, you're disappointed, you're having to overwork, you're having to shift or change something you thought you'd finished. And that's going to be kind of the catalyst for you to look in this other direction. And it might be for further future. Maybe you're planning something for your retirement. It's going to be different for all of you. Ace of Coins. Money's not going to be an issue, and the world is promising great changes for you. Let's draw you one of my handmade oracle cards and see what else I can tell you about this last week of July. Whoops, that flipped out. That flipped out. So we have excursion, a trip, travel is the key word here, traveling. To go from one place to another, to journey from place to place, as a salesman, maybe as a business person, to pass or be transmitted as light, to move with speed, excursion, a trip. Take a look at this image I created. What stands out to you? What do you think this means? Does it pertain to what we've talked about already in your reading here? But there's movement, there's travel. Travel for fun, perhaps, because you have playfulness as your message from the hyacinth. So maybe you are preparing for this trip in August. Work's been hectic and difficult, but you're planning for this trip. Let's see what spirit animal is with you right now and what their message is. Okay, so for you, we have the same one as group 2. Be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. And I think this applies to you even more so than it did group 2, because you're stressed out and you need to relax and you need to chill out and you need to just be and observe and feel and maybe contemplate your future a little bit, okay? Let's draw a few words of wisdom for you as well. The weasel, well, really quickly, let me point out the 4 of Swords and the weasel. This is a card of respite, of regeneration, of becoming refreshed, of resting. And I feel like that's what you need to do after this hectic chaos stuff that's happening at work. And that's kind of what the weasel's telling you to do as well. So let's see what we have for words of wisdom. All right. So we have through. We have after. We have, no, and we have love. You can get through this. You will get to rest after this. You will soon know the truth. You might soon be doing what you love to do. That is not as stressful as how you've been lately. And again, take a look at group 2's reading, because they got the same spirit animal message from the weasel. But there's also this shifting, the transition of career, the possibility of that happening that I got with group 1. So honestly, group 3, you may be a combination of groups 1 and 2, so I would go back and watch those 2 as well. Let me know in the comments if this reading and if the other 2 kind of all make sense for you all together, because I feel like that's a possibility for many of you. I feel like you need to just watch the entire video, because you're going to get little nuggets of truth from each reading, because this one's almost a combination of 1 and 2. It's very interesting. A tough week at the beginning here, but it's going to get easier. It's going to be fine. And hopefully you do have some kind of travel planned for August or September. All right? Hope this helps you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.